let's talk about fraud, specifically real estate fraud, because I hear that this is happening again. So in 2005, I got involved in what was called equity deals, where you would buy a house and try to get a loan against it and use that loan to invest in other things. Now that's not illegal. You could buy a house for $1 million, and if it appraised for $2 million and a bank is going to give you a HELOC or a home equity line of credit for $500,000, you can pull that money out and invest it. So that's what I was trying to do, and there were a lot of other investors that were also trying to do that, so I was trying to facilitate these deals for other investors as well. Well, I ended up meeting a mortgage broker who said there's a lot better way to structure this deal. What we can do is we can get a high appraisal, we can send it to the bank before we even close it, have them approve it, and close it at the higher amount and put a lien against it, and then we'll pull the cash out that way. It's easier to get that type of loan. Great. Okay, well, let's go ahead and do that. So we started down the road of doing this. Then one day he tells me, hey, I know an executive at Washington Mutual, is a bank that's no longer in business, an underwriter, that will give you 90% loan to value, which means that you can borrow a lot more money. Like on a $3 million house, if you could borrow 90%, that's like, you might get close to $1 million cash back on this type of a house. I'm like, okay, great. What do we need to do? And he's like, yeah, well, I just structure it like I normally do. And then you have to send him a cut after the deal closes. It's kind of an under the table payment. All right, well, so that's what we did. Now, obviously that sounds like a fraud. If bells aren't going off, then they should be. And you would think that that banker and that mortgage broker would also be complicit in this fraud, but I was charged for it. They weren't. So just know that if you get involved in something, the government gets to decide who they charge and how they charge it. That wasn't the story they chose. They chose a different story. And I tried to explain to him, I'm like, hey, look, this is what happened and this is how we're all involved. They actually talked to the mortgage broker. The mortgage broker called me and begged me, please don't tell on me because I can't go to prison because I have a family. I'm like, I don't have a family? But it turns out that the government wasn't going down that path. Their story was different. And so they chose not to indict the mortgage broker or the banker, and I got indicted. Beware, if you get involved in something illegal, it doesn't matter what other people are doing, you can get